We have come full circle. It has been a year since we began the journey, and Spy Family was the one that started. And here we are again. We got the Anya headband on. We got that's all I got. But I'm ready to get going and ready to jump back into this. We love season one. If you were here, you would know it was fantastic. I think everybody did for the most part. I only did part two because, well, I started late, which was unfortunate because part one is like significantly better, but part two is really good too. And just the whole vibe of the show, everything about it is good. You know, we just come in, we have good times. It's nice and cozy and funny and cute and wholesome. And I don't know the other words to use for it. Basically does everything though, which is fantastic. So we're here for more, narratively and like story wise. I don't got a clue where we're gonna go or what we're gonna do. I believe this arc's like something with like a cruise ship or something, and that's it. I've heard something like that, and then apparently it's like really good or the best part so far of the manga. So I'm kind of expecting the more of the same. Hopefully things go well. Hopefully we get a lot of fun Anya moments. Hopefully we get some maybe progress between Lloyd and Yor. I doubt it. I doubt it. I doubt it. Yeah, that's not going to happen. But we can dream, right? That's what I think that's what everybody wants. Just really excited to see what more we can get up to with the Forger family themselves. Hopefully more Bond. We introduced him last time. We got absolutely nothing out of him. He was there for an arc and then he was useless. So hopefully he has some use to him and we can make things pretty fun with that. This is a Toho show, so things aren't going to go well. They're gonna block this. It's going to get removed. So you're gonna have to use a link in the description at some other point, probably like a week or two in. It'll start doing it for all the episodes, and then you'll just have to click on that link if you want to watch the reactions. Still, we'll do discussions for this. They're probably going to be short. There's not really a lot of story and things that go on within the show, if we're being honest. So it's not going to be very long. We're just here for some fun and some good times. If you like it all, like and subscribe. Do mean a lot to me. Feel free to stick around for the discussion. Leave any comments about this episode or series. Let's get going though with episode 1 of season 2. What do you know? One episode in and Anya's already saving the world. Look at her making progress one step at a time, bringing her family close together, not allowing them to split up, making moves in this world. I'm proud of her. You know, this is a big step for her and her delusions that she constantly goes through. All this stuff too, she probably learned everything that she was able to do. She probably learned through the animes and the different cartoons that she was watching. So could learn some lessons there, you know. Things are pretty good. Once again, very enjoyable, as every episode with this show ends up being. Very happy we were able to get some Lloyd and Yor moments, although they weren't in, I guess, the capacity that I wish that they would have been, but it was more so because we were trying to operate around the idea of what happened to set up the episode. So ends up working there. We don't directly put us on a path that's going to bring us into a bigger, grander story yet. Possibly will happen within this season, but for the time being, not needed. And it doesn't actually have to ever really be needed, if we're being honest. The show excels so well at doing things regarding slice of life and regarding just like singular episode, like one-off missions and stuff, that it doesn't really need to. But the only time that we really have gotten multiple things, the tennis match or the thing with Bond and stuff, they've been really excellent. So it just kind of leaves you hoping and excited for more of those possibly. So I am excited to see if more of that is to come. I like the recap and the setup, of course. Always got to give you that to start off. We get going with my boy Yuasa and his OP that he makes, which is fantastic. These are like my favorite shots from it, is them walking forward with the legs and everything looking all bigger and stuff, and just the way that they all walk together and all the same. It's so good. And definitely just the colors, how vibrant it is, the different patterns and everything that they use. So cool. I love the way that we start off just with Yor at work. I also like getting her to start off and be the focus almost instantly, even though we didn't go as much into her as maybe that we could have or should have. Interesting to note too that she did actually get shot here. I figured that she wouldn't. I don't know, like, I'm probably bugging, but I feel like she wouldn't just be able to up and walk it off. But at the same time, anything really goes on the show, and her and Lloyd do some crazy shit. So I guess it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. So of course she's in a terrible mood going forward because she's in pain, right? She's not even in a bad mood. She's just in a lot of pain, which is good because usually when people are in pain, they are in awful mood. So she doesn't seem to be that bad right now. I love the different faces that they keep doing with her throughout this episode to show her and her anger and her pain. And then it's just really sweet of Lloyd to be like, do you want to go out? You want to go on a date or something? You want to do, trying to do something to cheer her up, maybe because he thinks that she is angry or sad or just not happy with whatever, right? And he's just trying to get closer to her and allow her to have some time to breathe and have fun. Good thing, right? Happy that he went that route, but really bad time. But she could use this now as they talk about the stuff at work with her and her other coworkers. Now she has a whole bunch of things as they're able to go out and go to multiple places throughout this episode here. That now she has different stories that she can kind of tell, even if much didn't happen in each place, and she can split them up if she really wants to. Be like, one day we went here, we went here, or something, and just kind of mix it up. I also love the idea that Bond sleeps with Anya every night, which is great. They both wake up and come there together. Her refusal and crushing him basically and ruining all of his plans that he has, and all the possibilities is funny as hell to me. And I love her taking inspiration from the cartoon that she watches, right, and being able to translate that in a way to be like, all right, now we have to go and we have to take up one of these missions and we have to follow them and we need to. I also love this, putting the glasses on all of them and forcing them into being like protectors of the home and watching over it and stuff like that. It's perfect because it's exactly what somebody like her and that kid would actually do, and it's wonderful. This absolutely, we need this. I would love for her to have an outfit like this. I think it would work perfectly, but I get it. In the time, it doesn't really work right now, and Lloyd sees the vision, so we appreciate that. He's a good man, and he gets that. The different moments of them being at different places that usually would sit, and her just standing is really funny to me. Especially this, just standing on the boat, is really really good. Along the way, Anya and Frankie constantly tailing us too is great, and them just being in different areas like this, trying to hide and disguise themselves, even though they've been caught since the beginning, is also really really funny. Go out of our way here, and we force Yor to basically have to sit now because we have to eat, and you can't stay at like a fancy high class restaurant here without sitting. Right, that's got to be weird. So of course she has to end up sitting here, and she is in constant pain. But we run into one of the guys who saw her the night before when she just tried to kill everybody, and after her getting shot. So Anya hears this and gets really really worried, of course, and then we have to venture into a whole thing where she ends up saving the day and goes on attack to try and save the day. I like the different things of just this guy's tactics and stuff, trying to poison Yor and kill her, which I think works really well. Instead of just attacking her straight up, you have to do things, especially because Lloyd's here. So it would just make no sense if we went out of our way and tried to do something, right? And you have to do it as subtle as you can. And I think that's really, really funny. I also like this with us trying to, they do this a lot. The show's like really good at it too, trying to trick you into thinking one thing when it's not the other one. And even though a lot of times I guess you don't bite it because it is very predictable in a way, they still nail the execution of it so well that it doesn't really matter. And it's very, very good for what it is. Her reaction when she realizes that she can't do anything, her be of use in this situation is fantastic too. When opportunity presents itself though, and she realizes that she can strike upon it, she has all this stuff set. I don't know how she did all of this because clearly Frankie didn't help her. I don't know how she got this thing up here and she, set all this stuff up. I don't even understand, but she learned a lot from watching her cartoons and also keeping the peanuts around. That's like her thing, that's the way that that she was involved in this. She was around, leaves the trace of that. So it was her. And also just the way that she's threatening, and it works so well too because she knows so much about this person and his life, right? That of course nobody else would know because he probably wouldn't tell anybody, but she knows because she could listen into his mind, which I think just works really well as like an intimidation tactic. No method for that. Her outfit's great. It's funny as hell, and she looks funny doing it. Of course, Yor's very happy at the end of the night, and she looks onwards, very excited here, because finally she starts feeling better when the medicine kicks in, right? All goes well, and it's great to see the big smile on her face as opposed to what we've been seeing the entire time. And then her and Lloyd getting a little bit closer, it feels like, of course. Hopefully that means more in the future and more moments like this. Hopefully on days where it doesn't have to have an obstacle like that in the way and we can just get a cute, wholesome moment between them, but we'll end up seeing what happens. But of course, the next day everything wears off and now she's in even more pain and things get even worse. Fun ED. I actually really like the style of having the outlines like this on the characters. This is my favorite too, is them playing the instruments as a group on stage like this, especially Bond hitting the fucking drum with his paws is fantastic. More of the same, but sometimes that's okay, and that's actually kind of perfect here. Absolutely love so much regarding the show, and I'm just kind of happy to be here. Hopefully Toho doesn't go on a crazy striking spree and take down all the videos. They will, but hopefully they don't, and I don't have to stress over doing that. But if they do, links are always in the description, so keep that in mind. If you do know any ways of kind of getting around that, it's always the audio that they claim, so I don't know how to really get around that. But if anybody has any ideas or anything, please let me know. If you liked it all, hit the like and subscribe. Do mean a lot to me. Feel free to check out the other videos on the channel. Leave any comments about this episode or series. What are you looking forward to with this series? Are you very excited for it to see it return? Are there other things you want me to watch at some other point in this fall or at some other point? Also, let me know that. I'll be back for episode 2 of season 2 next week. You guys have a good one, though. Peace.